From tomorrow, Governor Rotimi Akeredolu's 7-day grace to țANS to comply with a slew of rules will become effective, with the rules being challenged by Aso Rock and Miyetti Allah. A legal boost for correctness of the order has emerged in a revelation that a 1969 judgment in Abeokuta, Ogun State, outlawed open cattle grazing. The judgment, which was not challenged, was given by Justice Adewale Thompson on 17 April 1969 in suit to number AB/26/66. Johnson died in 2004 at the age of 82, his last role in retirement being Secretary of Yoruba Elders Council (YCE). In his judgment, the juries pronounced, "I do not accept the contention of defendants that a custom exists which imposes an obligation on the owner of farm to fence his farm while the owner of cattle allows his cattle to wander like pests and cause damage. Such a custom, if it exists, is unreasonable, and I hold that it is repugnant to natural justice, equity, and good conscience, and therefore unenforceable, in that it is highly unreasonable to impose the burden of fencing a farm on the farm without the corresponding obligation on the cattle owner to fence in his cattle. Sequence to that, I banned open grazing, for it is inimical to peace and tranquility, and the cattle owners must fence or ranch their animals for peace to reign in these communities." Thompson appeared to have seen far into the future. Governor Rotimi Akeredolu, in rolling out measures to ensure peace in Ondo State on 18th of January, used a similar language. "Today, we have taken major steps at addressing the root cause of kidnapping, in particular, and other nefarious activities detailed and documented in security reports, the prayers and debriefing from victims of kidnap cases in Ondo State. These unfortunate incidents are traceable to the activities of some bad elements masquerading as țANS. These fellows have turned our forest reserves into hideouts for keeping victims of kidnapping, negotiating for ransom, and carrying out other criminal activities. As the Chief Law and Security Officer of the state, it is my constitutional obligation to do everything lawful to protect the lives and property of all residents of the state. In light of the foregoing, the following orders are hereby issued. All forest reserves in the state are to be vacated by țANS within the next 7 days with effect from today, Monday, 18th January 2021. Night grazing is banned with immediate effect because most farm destruction takes place at night. Movement of cattle within cities and highways is prohibited. Underage grazing of cattle is outlawed. Our resolution to guarantee safety of lives and property within the state shall remain utmost, as security agencies have been directed to enforce the ban. In its usual magnanimity, our administration will give a grace period of 7 days for those who wish to carry on with their cattle rearing business to register with appropriate authorities. The 7 days grace expires on Monday. Officials of the State Ministry of Justice said the Ondo State government derived the legal basis for its action not just from the Constitution, but two legal instruments. One is the Land Use Act, part of the 1999 Constitution, which vests the control of the land in the state on the governor. The governor legal instrument is the 1969 Trade Cattle Tax Law of Ondo State, enacted in the West the same year that Justice Thompson made his historic judgment. In interviews with Nigerian Tribune, officials cited provisions of the Act. Section 12 of one of the same Acts also states that it shall be lawful for the governor to grant a license to any person to enter upon any land, and explain further that while subsection 5 thereof clearly states that the governor may cancel any such license if the license fails to comply with any of the conditions of the license, the word license here simply means permits. Basically, therefore, it is within the power of a state governor to grant a license, permits, or right to anyone to enter any land within the state and to cancel or withdraw such permits or license if the holder violates any condition attendant to same. It goes without saying, therefore, that the governor can impose conditions on anyone to enter and or be licensed to enter any land within the state. The Ondo State Governor, therefore, has the power to order herdsmen or any other persons carrying on any other business on lands within the territory of the state to apply for permits or license to do so under the above clear provisions of the Land Use Act that cannot in any way be interpreted as a violation of the fundamental rights of freedom of movement. The Trade Cattle Tax Law of Ondo State, which has a commencement date on July 3rd, 1969, also provides. Section 2 of the law talks about movement permits, which is defined as a movement permit issued in the state under the Controlled Trade Cattle Regulations, or a permit relating to the movements of trade cattle issued by any authority having power to issue the same under any law in force in any other part of Nigeria. Among the animals listed in the first schedule to the law are cow, bull, sheep, and goats. So the law applies to those who carry on the business of herding such animal such animal other than as domestic animals. Section 5 of the law again recognizes the legitimacy of issuing trade cattle movement permits along recognizable trade cattle routes, while Section 4 therefore provides for the establishment of a cattle control post or inspection station, as the case may be, for the purposes of the law. Okay, so Akeredolu is trying to tell us now that he's a senior advocate of Nigeria. No be shere, no be my. So all those Gabashe were telling us that oh, he should have known better. I think this is where he's deriving his strength from. It's not because of sentiment, it's not because of anything and all of that. And if at all we are talking about security of people, of people's lives and properties, I think it's worth it. But now he has proven that he is a senior advocate of Nigeria. So all these sentiments that these people are bringing, it is not it. So it's coming from the angle of law, and I know that this man is going to be preparing his own. The Malami, yeah, the Chief Justice of the state, or the Minister for Justice, Malami, I know he's going to come out with his own angle to this, but from what this man has told us, he has been able to prove that it is not because of sentiment. But even ordinary, a layman will say, if it is because of insecurity, let him even do it so that we will know who is who. But from the angle of law, everything is going together. You can imagine. So guys, let's hear your opinion concerning this. Tomorrow is the D-Day. Let's see how it goes, because these people have said they are not going to live there. Nothing is going to happen. Forget it. They own Nigeria. They own this. They own this. Okay. So guys, leave your comments and let's know your thoughts on this. Thank you.